been erected on the site and was dedicated in May of 1981, just 18 months before the Vietnam Memorial was dedicated. Pershing's statue was added in 1983, so this portion of the World War I Memorial has been here for over 40 years. The monument to John Joseph Pershing honors his service during World War I. Pershing was born on September 13, 1860, less than 2 months before Abraham Lincoln was elected president. His military service began with his graduation from West Point in 1886 and included post-Civil War battles against Native Americans in the West and in the Dakotas. Now, by all accounts, General Pershing is a true war hero, but I would be remiss if I didn't mention that even though he did not fight in the actual battle, his unit was present at the massacre at Wounded Knee. He served during the Spanish-American War, and right before the United States entered World War I, he led troops in 1916 during the attempt to capture Pancho Villa. It was at that time that he suffered terrible personal tragedy. While serving in Mexico in 1915, on the morning of August 27th, he received a telegram informing him that his wife and daughters had perished in a house fire at their home in the Presidio in California. All 3 daughters and his wife died of smoke inhalation. The only survivor was his 5-year-old son, Francis Warren Pershing. After that, Pershing devoted his life to military service and would go on to a stellar military career. During World War I, he served as Commander-in-Chief of the Allied Expeditionary Forces, which was the combined American forces that fought in Europe during the war. To honor Pershing for his service, in 1919, Congress revived the rank of General of the Armies and bestowed that rank on General Pershing, the only general to receive that honor, which in today's military is the equivalent of a 6-star general. In 1976, the rank was bestowed one more time. President Ford posthumously promoted George Washington to General of the Armies, proclaiming that Washington would rank first among all officers of the Army, past and present. Pershing retired from the Army in 1924, then went on to found and organize the well-known American Battle Monuments Commission, which oversees all of the American monuments and cemeteries in foreign countries. The best known of those is the cemetery at Normandy, France. The statue of General Pershing is dressed in a regulation World War I uniform, long belted jacket, knee pants, and boots. He is in his typical stance on the battlefield, binoculars in hand, while staring intently at the battlefield. Victory is near, and he knows it. As a comparison, in our final stop, we will see General Grant in a very different stance, but also staring out over a battlefield. The sculptor of the Pershing statue is Robert White, who was the grandson of the renowned architect Stanford White. You might have noticed the dark red color of the stone used for the walls and the base of the statue. The stone is called Dakota mahogany granite, and it was quarried in Millbank, South Dakota. The wall to Pershing's left highlights his leadership during the Great War, in particular at the Western Front and at Meuse-Argonne. The location where Pershing stands today is really quite fitting. If you were standing here on September 17, 1919, you would have seen the general at the head of the parade of World War I veterans marching down Pennsylvania Avenue. And if you were here 2 years later, in 1921, you would have seen him again as a major participant in the procession that took the World War I unknown soldier to his burial at Arlington Cemetery. And speaking of Arlington Cemetery, you can visit General Pershing's grave. He is buried on a hilltop